In this episode, we're going to discuss a way that you can scale your coaching business without burning out. Most coaches think that scaling means piling on more clients, more content, more pressure. You might assume that burnout is the cost of success. But real scale doesn't come from working harder. It comes from building smart systems and small but very skilled teams that can extend your reach without draining you. And none of this has to cost a fortune. If you've been stuck doing the same hard work every day, you're constantly on calls, or if you feel like you're always scrambling to keep up, there is a better way. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly what to stop doing, what to build, and where to start. Let's dive right in. Let's first address the misconception. Scaling means doing more calls, more clients, more content, so burnout is inevitable. That's how most people do it. That's how most people scale, and that's why we see a lot of people that achieve great success eventually burning out and just quitting everything. One of my favorite YouTube channels is called Outdoor Boys. A guy named Luke Nichols. He's a dad to 3 boys, and he loves outdoor adventure. He started creating a fishing channel, and then he created a second YouTube channel that's about outdoor adventures. He's very entertaining, and in the last year and a half, the channel has really exploded. He's gotten more views. And I've noticed that his videos have become more and more elaborate. He'll go up to the Arctic Circle and he'll survive without a tent for several days. And for many years, he consistently launched a video every week. So he had to do an extreme adventure like this every single week. Guess who does all of his editing? He does. So not only is he going out doing these extreme adventures, but he's then going home and doing all the editing. He's a really good editor. He does a really good job. When I watch his videos, I recognize, wow, this guy is really good. Last fall, he announced, I can't keep going like this, so I'm going to launch an episode every other week. So that was a good step for him in slowing down. I was disappointed because I wanted the weekly content, but I knew in my mind, he's starting to experience burnout. He's not changing his systems. He's not bringing in a team to help him. He's just slowing down, thinking that that's going to solve the problem. Well, guess what just happened a month or two ago? He announced, I'm quitting my channel, at least for now. I'm not going to post any more videos for the rest of the year. Myth number 2. You have to hire a team or build systems to scale. I don't know why this is a myth, because this one's actually true. Maybe the myth is that these things are hard. That hiring a team or hiring somebody to help you is hard, or that it's expensive, or that building systems is hard. When you're running a company, like in the case of Luke Nichols with Outdoor Boys, he's already created the system. He just hasn't written it down so somebody else could follow that same system. If we're talking about his video editing, yeah, he's an artist. Every episode he creates is a perfect piece of art in his mind, and he does it in a very specific way. But if he were to document that and somehow find a way that he could train other people why he makes these decisions and how he does it, how he does this editing, that's actually a really easy thing to outsource. A friend of mine, Peter Hollins, he's got an a cappella YouTube channel. He was experiencing burnout because he makes amazing music, films these amazing music videos, and then did all the editing himself. Well, I met him one time, and he was asking me questions about my business. He learned I hired people in the Philippines, and I talked to him about the editing side and how I trained my editors. Well, he tried it. He experimented with it, and he was able to train his editors to edit just as good as he does. So I saw him a year later, and I don't remember the exact words, but he was really excited to talk to me and share that I basically had changed his life. His life was completely different because he had other people helping him with the editing. It freed up a lot of his time. You've already created systems. There's a step-by-step process that you go through to do things and to do things well. So whether it's just getting out a pen and paper or your computer and writing down those steps, or getting out a camera and recording yourself talking about, well, these are the steps that I go through. And then when you hire somebody, how you transfer that to them is you give them those instructions, let them try it, and if they get 80% of the way there, that's good. You don't need perfection from the beginning, because if they're willing to go 80%, and then you can say, okay, here's what I forgot to tell you. You can give them more instructions, you can give them feedback, you can let them know, I want you to tweak this or that. Then they'll go back to the drawing board and they'll get it maybe to 95%. You can give them a little bit more instructions to get it to 100%. So if you were to edit it yourself, or if you were to do those tasks yourself, how much time would that take? Versus training somebody to do it and giving them feedback. In the beginning, to train somebody, it might take more time than you doing it yourself. But on the next task, they might get 85% of the way there. The time after that, they might get to 89 and then 92. Now, talking about editing, I've got a full team of editors and I haven't had to edit anything, and it's maybe monthly that I give one item of feedback to my team. And if you didn't know, we actually produce hundreds and hundreds of episodes every single month. Myth number 3, automation sacrifices the personal touch that makes coaching valuable. I understand where you're coming from, but hopefully I can share something really quick that will help you understand that this is just not true. Many years ago, I was doing coaching wrong. People would hire me hourly, and we would get on the phone or we'd get on Zoom and we'd have a conversation. And what we ended up spending most of our time doing was just answering questions because they did not understand my strategy. I'd written a book, but they haven't read my book. I'd put videos on YouTube, but they hadn't watched those videos. Now we were spending one-on-one time together, and instead of really coaching them and consulting them and guiding them for their specific needs, I was still training them on my strategy. So here's a little shift that I made. I recorded a 1-hour webinar and I went through my entire strategy. And before people can have a strategy session with me, they were required to watch this full webinar. Now they understood the strategy. And then I made a subtle shift in my business. In fact, it was an easy shift, but it made a huge difference. So 2 things, when I do strategy sessions with clients and when I do coaching calls, I'll share both of them with you. For strategy sessions, I recorded a 1-hour webinar that covered my entire strategy, and it really painted a clear picture and it let them know how the strategy would work for them. And I didn't sell anything in the webinar. It was really just the pre-frame of letting them know what my strategy is, so that when we were on a strategy session together, I could really focus on them and their business and their goals and what they've tried and what doesn't work. I didn't need to spend any time answering questions about the strategy. And with my coaching clients, I created a series of 3 different courses. These were courses that would teach them the knowledge, but also assignments so that they could start to apply it. They could start to implement things. So then when we got on coaching calls after that, they could let me know about their own experiences and how they're trying to implement the training instead of asking, what is the strategy? What should I do? It makes a world of difference. It makes a world of difference for me to feel like I'm not just wasting my time saying the same things over and over, but it makes a world of difference for them. They are required to implement and start acting on my training and internalize it. They need to take responsibility for their own business themselves and then come to me, and I can help guide them and make sure that they're doing it right, or make sure that I can help them with the course corrections that will lead to the results that they want. When we're talking about scaling, are you trying to scale hours or impact? Like, you want to have a bigger impact on the world. You want to be able to help more people. So in the past, if you put in 20 hours and you could help 20 people, you think, okay, I want to help 40 people, so now I've got to put in 40 hours. You're going to run out of time, and you're going to run out of energy doing it that way. What people are buying from you is not time. Your time is valuable, and when they get time, that's going to be really helpful, or it should be really helpful to them, but that's not what they want. They don't just want time, they want the end result that they think time with you will get them. So think about this. What is the result that you can help people achieve? Whether it's, I'm going to help people make more money in their business, or I'm going to help them overcome arachnophobia. Like, whatever that end goal is, think about that end goal and think about, what's a process that I could have somebody go through to help them get that goal? Like, what steps need to be there? So is it a certain number of calls? We need to have this many hours of conversation? Or can you create a course to have them go through a step, complete an assignment, submit the results to you or to your team, and have somebody review it and give them feedback? Like, they just need to go through the process to get to that end goal. I don't know what that process is. You're the expert. You know how to lead people to get to that result. The way that you're going to help more people is by helping people get to that end result. And if you can create a system that can help more people do that, you're going to have a bigger impact on the world and you won't experience burnout. Now, on this YouTube channel, I teach the LEAF strategy. I'll link to another video right up here where I go into more detail about what that strategy is. The reason this strategy works so perfectly for coaches is what you're selling is information. And people are going to Google and YouTube and ChatGPT and they're typing in questions. And so if you do the right type of research, you can find the questions that your target audience is asking online, and you can make YouTube content to answer those questions. So it becomes like this magnetic content that your target audience is searching for and finding, and you're building a relationship with the right type of people. This works so well for coaches. It works way better than just a promo video that you push in front of people, because that's what most people do. They'll spend a lot of time creating an amazing promo video, and promo videos have a place, but they don't have any relationship built. So they pay to put Facebook ads out there or some type of advertising They're interrupting people and putting these ads in front of these people. They're hoping that their ads get shown to the right type of people that need their coaching and that they're ready and that they're in the right frame of mind. The reality is it's a very small percentage of these people that will actually act on those ads. And the leads aren't very good because there's been no relationship built. So if you create videos that follow the leaf strategy, people are searching for this content. They find the content, they don't feel like they're being sold to, and these videos build a relationship with them. So by the time they watch a promo video, they already know who you are, they already trust you, they're interested in your services, then they're watching this promo video. So by the time you have a conversation with them, these people want to work with you. They just need to know the details of how your program works. When you look at a lot of the YouTube content that people create, the goal tends to be, I need to go viral. I need to create a video that will go viral. But if you're a coach and you're trying to leverage YouTube to attract coaching clients, did you know that going viral can actually hurt that goal? It can actually hurt your business to go viral. This is something you really need to understand so that you can create videos that will generate leads for your business and you can attract these coaching clients and really scale the right way. So I'll link to another video right here that goes into detail on this. It's called Why Viral Videos Might Be Hurting Your Business. So go watch that video next.